everybody, this is Queen Lenora. We are talking about premarital advice today, and today's subject is intimacy. And we all need to have some intimacy in our relationship, especially if we're going to be married. So I just want to first of all say congratulations on you being engaged, getting ready to get married. Now you're getting ready to spend thousands of dollars on your wedding, okay? Some of you guys are, majority of you are, going to spend a lot of money on your wedding. But you're not willing to spend a lot of money on knowing how to be a husband and a wife. So I just figured I might as well throw this in there so we can make sure we have marriages that going to last. Now, before I get started, I need you, yes, you, to go ahead and hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up, hit that little bell for notifications so anytime I pop up, you know, and you can be ready to see me anytime you need to, okay? First, I want to say you need intimacy in your relationship. It is so important. And there's so many different levels of intimacy, like about 14. It could even be more, okay? I have to really sit down and go over these things because I think about stuff constantly. But there's about 14, okay? And so today we're doing 3. And so before we go, intimacy doesn't mean sex, but it can enhance sex and make it so much better when you have intimacy in there, okay? It makes a marriage stronger, builds trust like no other. Okay. This can do it all, and it helps you even understand each other. So I have my little notes that I got to keep up with so I can stay on track with you guys because I love y'all. I want to make sure you're right. So our 3 topics that we're going to be using today is respect, security, and acceptance. I almost said another one. I was like, no, I'm not talking about that one today. So we want to do 3 different ones. Here we go. Respect, security, and acceptance. So we're going to first talk about respect. So many people always say they want respect. Somebody needs to respect them. They get mad if they feel like they're not respected. But I don't think a lot of people understand what respect is. So I'm just going to give you my terminology. What respect is for a marriage, and I think it also can work for a friendship and other relationships as well, but it's up to you. Okay, so now that you know that we're going to go through this together, so I'm going to like pick my little paper up a little higher. I got my little paper, I got my little notes, y'all. Okay, so respect is basically we want to have admiration for one another. We have regards for other people's feelings, wishes, rights, traditions. We are considerate of other people. We're thoughtful, and we're attentive. These are some serious things that I want you to remember. Now, how we show it is by being kind, being loving to one another, and understanding one another, and being polite. These are things that will actually help in when we show. And when we don't show these things, people feel like they're not being respected, which I understand, don't you? The other one is, it means you know your partner has differences. Yes, experiences. They have differences. They have different experience. They think differently. They understand things differently. These are differences that we have. But you know what? You accept it. You complete it. You understand that it is. And it's okay that you have these differences. That might be why you guys are matched up so well. Because of your differences. Okay. So, now that we understand respect and we know that is how we treat one another, that means when you're in the middle of an argument or a disagreement, you ain't talking about each other. You snore anyway. You laugh. Yeah, you ugly. No. Because we have respect for one another. Remember what you did to me last week? That was stupid. You just done. Or your thought process. I don't even know how you think like that. That's stupid. How did you even come up with that? Do you even have a brain? I mean, did your mama even give you a brain? Do you even have a brain? Do you even have a brain? You're not going to say those things. Those are not nice things. Just saying. You could go against me on this feeling, but you can. Now, security. Security is, I'm going to do both. For a woman, security is, I want a man to be able to be the head of the household, take care of me, love me, secure me, make sure I'm comfortable, and also protect me. I know we have women's right, women's lib, whatever the case may be. So women go, I can do these things on my own. Yes, you can. But there's something different when a man that you with is doing it for you. And you don't have to carry on that burden, and that burden is no longer yours. Do you know why a lot of women sit up here and talk about, I like thugs and stuff like that? Because they know they're going to be protected. If something happens, somebody tries to disrespect that woman, somebody tries to hit that woman, they know their man is not going to let nobody disrespect them by disrespecting their woman. So they're going to be protected. And that woman feels secure and safe, that she knows no matter what, ain't nobody going to do any harm to me because my man got my back. That is security. But so is everything else. But women sometimes don't get that. As a woman, we want that. That also relieves a lot of stress off of us, and we can be free to know that. Now, there's nothing wrong with combining and say we split half and half and all this other stuff. There's no, but we want a man in charge. You remember back in the day when, way back in the day, where the mom be like, I'm going to go tell your dad, and the dad would come, and they scared already. Though that made a woman feel good, because no, she don't feel like she cleaning and doing that. She don't feel like having to discipline, do chores and all that. You want me to call your daddy? No, don't call daddy. Those are things of security as well. For a man, a security is to know that a woman has his back. The woman is there for him when he's down in the dirt, don't feel good, hurt, cry, and want to cry and everything. He can do that with his woman, and it doesn't come back. You cry, baby, and all that. It doesn't come back. He doesn't have to worry about that. She'll massage him when he needs it. Whatever it is that will make that man secure is what a man wants to feel like when they're being secure. They need security too. You know, they need to know that a woman has their back. They need to know that he can tell his deep, darkest secrets, and it will never come back to bite him in the ass. Period. Be real. That's security for a man. And there's other security for a man, just like there's other security for a woman. And then you have to be able to communicate those things. But you have to know what it is for yourself, what you would like, and be able to explain that to him and communicate. And you know, last week we learned about communication, so you want to be able to do that. And you can always check on my video on premarital advice about communication, because we talked about that and how important it is to listen, to understand, and be able to express our emotions and our body languages. Very important to that. And with this one, you want to be able to apply those measures right along with accepting, because when a man knows that he's accepted no matter what, it's so great. What I hear so many times from women when they talk to me is, oh, if he knows this about me, he might not want to be with me. If he knows this about me, he might not want to be with me. A woman or man should never feel like anything they say or do or the way they act will stop you from caring about them. Period. If they feel that way, that means they're not feeling accepted, they don't feel respect, and they don't feel security. And that could cause a lot of issues in your marriage. Like I said, we spend a lot of money, thousands of dollars on a wedding. But we are not spending that same time to figure out how to be a good wife and a good husband. And that's on your own terms. But at least we have a foundation built. And you definitely need intimacy in there to build a great, strong relationship, where your partner will be your best friend, not only your lover, not only just your husband. That partner is the world to you. And still, you still are keeping your own self and being the world too. You got to understand that. So these things are important, and I need you to understand how important it is. Do not lose the faith in that. Remember that. Okay? So now that we talked about respect, and you have to respect each other, and you have to understand what they feel too also may not be disrespect to them. And it might not make sense to you. But again, you weren't raised with them. You didn't grow up with them. You don't have the same thought process they have. You don't have the same understanding they have. You don't feel the same things you didn't go through the same struggles they went through. I even say this: if you live in a household with 5 brothers and sisters, you all have 5 different experiences. Even with your parents, to everything, your thought process is totally different in a lot of areas. You knew the rules and the foundations and you got that, but the way you accepted the rules and the foundation, the way you looked at it, like, oh, you favored so-and-so over me. There's all these different things that are included in there that you do not understand. So you have to understand that those are in there. And with the respect, you want to make sure that you are considering all that stuff. And you got to remember that you admire that person when you respect that person. So you're going to be polite and respectful. You're going to have regards of their feelings, their wishes, their rights, their traditions, and then you want to make sure you're considerate, thoughtfulness, and attentive to them and their needs. And you show this by being polite and kind and understanding and loving and being patient. Oh, these are things that's a wonderful thing. And I just wanted to keep that in mind. I wanted to make sure I cover that. And I wrote something, and I have to read it because I don't want to mess up what I wrote because it's so important. And I think it's one of those things that as marriage, we just don't understand. And like I said, you can watch a great big couple who's been married 60 years and wonder, how did they do that? And I'm going to do their life. You can't. You have to make your own rules for your relationship. But you do have to have the foundation. And if you have a strong, intimate relationship with your partner, it will last. It truly will last. And you don't have to worry about all the other stuff because that's the foundation that you guys have built. But it has to be a joint together, not the one person is doing all the other work and the other person is not. That is not going to be good at all. Remember that. Remember that. These are things that you must remember. Okay. This is how to say that. Because these are important things and I want you to get it in your head and I don't want you to forget. So, intimacy is about being open and talk through your thoughts and emotions. Being able to let your guard down by being vulnerable and showing your true feelings and what your hopes and dreams are. Remember, you gotta show your true feelings. That means don't keep it to yourself. Show your true feeling. Even if you feel like you don't feel like you're gonna be smart. Feel like you're gonna be dumb and stupid. That's how we think sometimes. So we shut down. You don't want to do that. Okay. This is something that is built over time. To get to where you are, where you are now engaged, it built over time. This relationship built. It grew. You had some intimacy. You touch each other. You hold each other. You love each other. You're talking. You're communicating. Don't let things back. Don't hold things back. Do it slowly. So now that you're engaged and getting ready to marry, talk. Express your feelings. And it's all right. Like if you feel like, I'm going to be a bridezilla. I'm going to be King Kong in this wedding. It's all right to express your feelings to the one that you love because it's very important. So I want you to get that. And not only is it built up over time, and it requires, what I say? Patience, understanding, and effort from both people in a relationship. It can't do it on its own for both people in a relationship. And then it will create and maintain a strong and healthy relationship. These are some good tips. Now I'm shocked myself. Look at me. So just so you know, in case you didn't understand, marriage is important. And I'm all about making sure your marriage stays. I know where you guys are worried about the wedding. I'm worried about that your marriage lasts forever. I don't want your marriage to be over. I was married, my first marriage, it didn't even make it 4 months before we had a rock and roll just all over the place. Tornado! Yes, it was everywhere. So when I'm saying it, I am telling the truth. So remember this. It was horrible. But I've been married to my husband 21 years. Almost 21. I got a couple of days. 21 years. I've been married to my husband for 21 years. And I've known him 21 years. So we met in October, became boyfriend and girlfriend in November on Thanksgiving. He proposed to me at the end of December. We were supposed to get married in April, found out I was still married. Had to hurry up and swing that through, get that out, and we got married in June. June 24th is our anniversary. 21 years. And I have applied all this, and I've learned this, and this is why I'm sharing it with you. And there's couples that have been together way longer than that I have with my husband. We've been together 21. There's people that's been together way longer. And it's good to get their understanding. And my advice that I'm giving you is just typical. I still want you to build on your relationship, what works for you. Okay? So I want you to do what? Build your relationship and remember to respect. Yep. I want to hear it. Respect, security, and acceptance. Just like I want you to accept me for being me, I want you to accept each other for being each other and being able to be vulnerable and to tell each other how you truly feel and understand and love one another. So remember to love and live each day as if it were your last. Let's say it together. Remember to love and live each day as if it were your last. Smoochers. Bye now. And don't forget to hit subscribe, the bell for notification, and give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Talk to you later.